So like I said, I will be start with HTML. So I will open a notepad. So notepad is in all the systems. So you just search for notepad and you get it and open it. So now like like I tell you, I'll just show you the structure of HTML today. So HTML have what we call this doc type. This one is not compulsory, but it's just telling the browser, hey browser, I want to write a code, and this code is HTML document type. Okay, that's what this one means. So and in HTML, that's what we call opening tag and closing tag. HTML, and this opening tag, this HTML, and the closing tag look like this HTML. So this opening tag and this is closing tag. Closing tag always have some slash. Almost all the tag have open tag and closing tag, but like there are some tag that is called self-closing tag, which we are going to treat later. Like image, like break, those one are self-closing tag. It does not have open and closing, but it's just self-closing. So like if you have this, see all, like I said, all websites on this internet, Google, Facebook, as long as you are running on browser, they have embedded HTML. You understand? There is HTML in it. Okay. So now, and we have what we call head and head closing tag for head too. So in between the head now, there are a lot of information that is there. But one of the one that is important is title. And the title is the title of your website. Let me name it my first website as the title, my first web. So closing tag for the title too. Am I communicating?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now like this we have finished with the head now. So we now go to body, open tag. You just see both of it is open tag and closing tag. Each of these have open tag. But you know something now, anything that is in between the body now is the visible part of the website. Anything that we write here is what will be visible to the browser, that what the user will see. You understand? There are some information you are going to be writing in the head. This way you'll be linking your CSS, you'll be linking some other meta tag information here. But now, like, this is just the simple basic building block of a website. Let me say, welcome to my website. So now if you have it now, you have this H1, welcome to HTML. Are we together?
Yes, sir, together.
If you remember, Isaac, when you tell me that time that you are not seeing the output of your code, this is not how you don't write it like this. That's why it's not displaying. You just start writing some code down. That's why it's not displaying in the browser. So this one now, we are going to save it and go and display in the browser for you. If you want to say something?
Okay. No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. So if you want to save it now, you click on save, and you save it with anything that you want to save it with, maybe index.html. So let me create. I will create a folder, and I will call it the file index. Just save with the .html and put this one in all file. Save it. This one I've saved now. If you go to our file system, download desktop, and we locate for web. So I'm looking for the web now. I don't even know where I create the folder now. Okay, let me just resave it. Save as. Okay, under documents. Sorry. So if you see it now, I have the web here under document, and if I open it, you see, hola, we have my welcome to my website as the first thing that I display. You understand? Are we together?
Yes, sir. We are together.
Okay. So now we have this now. Welcome to my website, and if you see this now, my first website, that is the title I give it. You see the title here, right?
Yes.
So that is the title and that is the website I write and I show here. I guess this is where we are. You see now, this is our website. We see it now, it's running on the browser. You understand? There are different type of heading in HTML. We just use H1. See, it is telling us welcome. Okay? So we go back to notepad and I'll tell you there H1 is for heading. There are different tags that is in HTML. There's no need for you to cram all the tags, but just know some of them. You understand? You be in the process of you coding, you'll be learning more, learning more. So, but there is H1 to H6. Let us assume I want to write H2 now. This is so you see all of them they have open tag and closing tag. Okay. So and there is paragraph 2, which is P, for example, paragraph P. And closing tag for P2. So if we save this and we go back to reload our website, you see now we have this one, we have H2 again, we have I love coding too. I think one of the tag I will just introduce before we move to VS Code is called McQuay tag. I think I like that tag. I used to say it. This is the tag that the first time I saw it, I'm like, wow, this is cool. So let us assume McQuay tag and say welcome to coding class. So I close tag for McQuay and save. McQuay tag is the tag that moves from the website. You see it. Have you seen something like this on the internet before? So this is the tag they use for it, McQuay. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay, this is McQuay tag.
Yes,
So,
sir. I am with you, sir.
so Isaac, like I tell you, here you just create a new file and save it as HTML, change the save as to all file and start writing your code. But we are not going to be using notepad again. But I just want to show you the structure of HTML. This is how it look like. I like starting like this. So we'll be using a code editor called VS Code. That one is more easier. It makes your code faster and cool. You understand? So what I will just do is that I will open it. You can open it. I have it in my system. You can go and download it if you don't have VS Code. So it come with a lot of easy way for us to build our website faster and easier. For example, now in VS Code, let us we create a new file. New file, just Control N, and you click Save As. Let's assume I still want to save it to that same folder that I have web. For this one, I can call it home.html. Does not really matter. So if you want to save it, you can just say the name.html, or you can come to this place and select the file type, any language you want to write. If it's Java, it's Python, you can with VS Code, you bring all these things outside. But since we are writing HTML, we just select HTML and we save it. So if we have saved it as .html now, the browser now understands it. So you can generate your HTML template, just the syntax by typing HTML and scroll down to 5. You see it and press enter. Are we together, Isaac?
Yes.
You know how I generate this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Simple. That is simple way you can generate those HTML normal boilerplate template for you to just use. So I call it website as the title, website title. You see, it's still the same thing that we did in Notepad. You understand? But this one come with meta tag. Meta tag are just some information about the about the web. You understand? This one, these devices, few ports, is make it responsive, something like that, to our website. So you see everything is still in between the body here. So you can generate HTML template like that. And here, if you just write H1, generate it for you, press enter, you see it, it generates it. And you can easily generate context too by writing lorem. That's what we call lorem. If you write lorem, if you want lorem 5, you can just write lorem.
Yes, sir.
Press 5 to it, generate word, 5 word for you. You understand? So it's a word, something that you can just use to hold your word. So now that is more easier here. This first way you can generate it. Another way again, let's assume I delete everything by Ctrl Z. So if you want to do, you can press your shift and exclamation mark. You see shift exclamation mark? Like that is shift and press 1 in your keyboard and press enter. It will generate like that too. It's still the same way you generate it. So you can do it any of the way that you like. You can just use it that. So the same way now I have my H1. And here there's no need for you to be typing that open tag greater than less than. Just type H1 and it bring it out for you. So and you can say you can generate text like I said. Let me say welcome to Condi press coding. So simple now, you see it, we have our template. That paragraph again. You can write for paragraph, you can just write P and generate it. And like I tell you, you can always generate lorem by typing lorem. And you can do enter, generate different word for you which you can use. So there are different tags that is available for H1 paragraph tag. And I think one of the key things that you need to understand is that there is what we call block level element and inline element. So block level elements occupy more than one line, you understand, and it take up a space, while inline elements just occupy a single line, you understand. Example of block level element are paragraph, H1, form, while example of inline elements are span, I, you understand. We are still going to be using those one later, you understand, but just know that there are something like that that exists. So if I save this again and I go back to that folder web, you see this folder I create now. If I open it, you see it. Simple. This is the test on it there. And so writing this, you see, if you are still learning HTML, just know that you are learning how to write a document, just like Microsoft Word. But this time around, you are not writing a document to the book to print or to use, but you are writing it for the web. That is the function of HTML. You are just writing a document for the web. You understand? So it should be more or less like you are doing something that you know in HTML before. You are writing a paragraph, you are giving a test, you are doing all those things, you are giving a bracket, all those tags. It's something that you know before, but just know you are writing it for the web this time around. So like this is just the basic of HTML, you understand? And there are some different tags that is available that we are going to treat later in the future. But just know that this is how HTML look like. Tags and content. So if you want to, what other thing? I think one of the things that is important is insert of image. If you want to insert image, you can just do img, and you must have that image in the specific folder that you want to locate. For example, I don't think I have any picture. Okay, I have some picture. Yeah, I have this download picture here. Let me copy it and go and use it in that place. So folder, document, web. So if I paste the image here now, I can just come to my code and call the name of the image, the extension together. So download.jpg now, that is the name of the file. If I save it now and reload my browser, you see, hola, the image is here. So it just img and the source, meaning the location that you want to see the image. Download.jpg, which is the name of the file, you will now call it. Mind you, why I can call it like this is that the image and the text, they are in the same, and the code, they are in the same file. Let's assume if you have the image in a new folder. For example, I create a folder and I call it image. So if I create it as image and I move it back into that image. If I reload my browser now, you will see that the image will not display again. You see, the image is not displayed. So image have what we call auth, which is the alternative. In case the image is not displayed, what do you want to display there? For example, maybe you are trying to load something on Facebook or internet before, and the internet is not going well. Maybe there is slow of data transmission. You might see that the image might not display, but some text will display. That is the alternative text. In case the image does not display, the text will display. For example, now let me add alternatives to this one and say, let us assume it's just somebody profile photo. So as the alternate, now if I save and I reload, you see now it's the profile photo that is showing, because the image you can't find it again. So if you have image in a folder that you are working with, you understand, in a one level folder like this, so you are going to call the folder name before you call the image. It's called this process is called file path. I will still teach that in detail. So image first like this now. it will be able to see the image now, because you have to tell it, hey, from this folder, go to this from home now, go to image and look for that image there that I called there. So if I reload now, or maybe I didn't save, let me just, okay, I've not saved it. Control S and let me reload. You see now the image is back here. So this is just a simple way you can insert your image to the HTML. Are we together? So what I will employ you to do now is that just go to W3 School website, like I've told you before, like W3 School. Everything is well explained there. So like I said, if you are really serious, you can easily learn fast track. Everything is well explained. Like for example, now see the home in the introductory part, like I'm telling you, see everything that I type like that. Something that I type inside that HTML. You see it, the code is still the same thing. You understand? Introduction, like just follow it step by step. Every of it is explained. There's no need for you to worry about anything. So like in the process, if you are learning, if you are finding anything difficult, always reach out to me. I'm readily available to help you. Okay. So but the best way you can learn is just that you are learning it yourself, because all those things is explained. You understand? So when you have issue now, you can always come back. I will put you. So I think we are together, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is this is the simple class you'll be able to have today. I will start some other day.